Okay, we are back with the latest severe weather event today. I'm gonna quit. Why did I not do this before? Oh jeez. I did not. Okay, there we go. Somehow, I forgot to put in the right thumbnail, so not good. Anyways, guys, yes, we are back with the latest severe weather event. Today we have a 2% tornado risk in place right now. Crap. We got a 2% tornado risk. So tomorrow, I think I will be live. I'm pretty sure. So stay alive for. I can't talk today. So subscribe so you won't miss the latest severe weather events next time. But anyways, we have for some reason it won't, the radar won't pick up on all of these cells right here. The radar won't pick up. But if I go over here, this picks up of course the closest radar has to be for some reason broken. That's just funny. I'll move my chair. Okay. We have this not tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning for Denver City in Plains in Texas. That's just out of New Mexico. We also have this new severe thunderstorm warning for Orla, is that how you say it? It's for Orla, Texas. But some of this does extend into New Mexico, so then we also have this severe thunderstorm warning for Loving in New Mexico. We have that, I already read that. We do not have any reports right now. We also have this severe thunderstorm warning for summer. All these that I just said for $half sized hail so far and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. And this one is for mostly in rural areas. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and 1-inch size hail. Then this one is for great and Encino? Encino? Is that how you say it? Town pronunciations are not my thing. not my thing. There's a cord getting stuck. Of course. We also have this severe thunderstorm warning in North Carolina. This severe thunderstorm warning is for White Oak and Dublin, Elizabethtown. This is for ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Why am I like hesitating? And also there's a little bit of rotation actually right here, just a little bit of rotation, so I will be watching that. We also have this severe thunderstorm warning for half-dollar size hail. This is and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts for Roseboro, Salemburg, Stedman. So anybody in anybody in those towns I just said, be aware about this, because this is coming for your towns, and really anybody in that yellow polygon. Jeez, I can't talk today. Sorry, I just hit the mic. We also had this severe thunderstorm warning for mostly rural areas, but Buckhannon. I don't know if that's how you say that, but it's for a quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And the storm also has a tad bit of rotation right there, so I will be watching that. The storm has a tornado possible label on it. I don't know if I can get a good scan. It's really far away from the radar station. But this has a tornado possible label on it, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, and 1-inch size hail. This is for Rockwood, New Centerville, Milford, Somerset, Seven Springs, Castleman. Oh my goodness, there's such weird town names, bro. Don't even talk about the counties. Don't even talk about them. This is a very, very widespread risk. You know, this green, this green spot right there. That's the 2% tornado risk. So this is for very eastern Florida. It goes all the way down to almost the Keys of Florida, but just barely, and then goes all the way up just north of Jacksonville, Florida. So, and then the rest then goes up north, goes south, and then goes east. So anybody in this green, can't call it a polygon, can you? Anybody in this green line looking thing right here, anybody in that, you do have a tornado risk. That doesn't mean you will get a tornado, but you guys could get a tornado or two. Then this one is also huge. It goes all the way up north of Pittsburgh, geez. Then it goes down to like Charleston, North Carolina. So, very widespread risk today. Very widespread risk. And then this is also, then that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's basically in a tornado risk. We also, I think we have a new one. I don't know. But 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch size hail, mostly in rural areas. But this is just south of Wing, Texas. This is new. Okay. So yeah, anybody in like just south of Wing, Texas, or I mean, like I said, anybody in this yellow polygon, you have a severe thunderstorm coming for you, one for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch size hail. So. What's that one with the... What's that one with the tornado? Okay, there it is. We still got this tornado possible label in Pennsylvania. For Black Lake, Jacksonville. Wait, was that seriously the wrong... Okay, yeah, for Seven Springs, I'm sorry. New Centerville. This does have a tornado passable label on this thing. So... Okay, there's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm gonna go to the closest radar site. Just maybe. Which radar site do I use? Because this one, for some reason, doesn't pick up those ones. So, I'm very confused. Guess I'll just use this one. There's zero good enough radar sites in like New Mexico, bro. Not enough. Yeah, change it over. It's gonna say pre-stream, but this is not the pre-stream. North L. Why is it doing that? Anyways, we do got a 2% tornado risk here. You can see it a bit better, but we have a 2% tornado risk all the way into like north of Pittsburgh, all the way down to south of Miami, Florida. So this is a huge one. Then we also got this one in New Mexico and Texas. So that's a thing. What happened to everything? Is that seriously 30 frames? These storms are moving very slow. This is 30 frames. Very slow moving storms also. So like any of these severe thunderstorm warnings are moving pretty slow. So if you're under a hail core, you're probably going to be under it for a while. Unless it disappears. So Who knows? Is there any reports? Let's check this storm. This storm near Hope is producing up to quarter-size hail. Or at least that was a report, and it was reported around 7:11 p.m. So, crap. The severe thunderstorm warning does still have a tornado possible label on it, mostly in rural areas, but we have New Centerville. Had to zoom in a bit. We have New Centerville, Seven Springs, and that's really it. Why is it zooming in? My bad. Still have no tornado warnings, but that is good. That is a good thing. The chance that this storm, I'm pretty sure, is producing up to quarter-size hail. It does say it. It does say it for the hazard on the severe thunderstorm warning. Just some very good potatoes. The severe thunderstorm warning was canceled, so. Wait, no, it wasn't. I gotta stop doing that. No. Oh, you're loving it. I'm pretty sure basically every cell right here has a tad bit of rotation, except this one. That's the only one. This one has a tad bit of rotation. Actually, we could see a bit better. Not a lot. This one, actually has not really a tad. There's some rotation, some broad rotation, but definitely spinning. Well, this one has a tad bit of rotation, like basically almost every single severe thunderstorm warning has a tad bit of rotation. Is there enough rotation even for a tornado possible label? Are you sure about that? Not unless like it's a radar site but it's so close. This one actually has a tad bit of rotation. By the way, there is a half-dollar size hill absorbed, so there's half-dollar size hill public reported. I wish there was like a radar site like right there, because that would be a whole lot better. Man can dream. I'll be right back quickly. Hopefully, I'm gonna put this and kind of zoom out. I will be gone in a second here, because I'm waiting for that food to warm up. Still have no NATO warnings. Still have no NATO warnings. Be right back, chat. Gotta go. Sorry, chat. But we are back up to 16 total warnings. There's a lot of flood warnings. 1 minute. So, why did it click on that? We are at 11 severe thunderstorm warnings. Rest are flooding. We're still, beware of flooding, because flooding was a huge thing in Texas last night. 2 nights ago. It was a huge deal. So, just because you're not under like a tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning, flooding is also a huge threat. So, don't drive on flooded roads. That could lead to you getting stranded. We do not want people getting stranded on flooded roads. That's not a good thing. Okay, what is going on with this storm? Like, you can, like, that's the shape of it. Like, it looks like a magnet trying to suck up this storm. I don't know. We still have this storm of Denver City over here. $50 ping pong ball size hail for Plains, Denver City, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. There is still just barely any rotation. But stay weather aware of these storms if you are in a tornado risk. Beware. I think this one is already expired. Okay. This severe thunderstorm warning has $50 size hail. Keep forgetting the hail sizes. Can I talk? I keep forgetting how to talk now. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust too. So. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna go right here. Okay. No way we've been streaming this for already 30 minutes. That is crazy to me. Time goes by so fast. There's not a good radar sight on this thing, but this thing has ping pong ball size tail and 60-mile-an-hour wind guard. This severe thunderstorm warning is for Buchanan? Is that how you say it? I'm so confused. Buchanan, I think, is how you say it. I'm probably wrong, but yeah. Oh my god. Philippi? Bro, these are the worst town names in, not even in history, in universe. I have to make them so weird. There's literally a town called Welcome. Imagine living in a town being called Welcome. Welcome to Welcome. This storm has ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This is for Stedman. Autryville. Oh my goodness. What a surprise. What a surprise. The severe thunderstorm warning is for Denver City. Mostly in rural areas, though. There's like one town that could be affected. I mean, it might go like northern Denver City right here is being affected. But anybody in this yellow polygon, take cover. Stay away from windows. Don't go outside. Storms are not things to mess around with. You can do anything at any time. Or they could do nothing. Still. Stay cover. That's not the thing you want. This thing is producing up to 2-inch size hail. I'm pretty sure baseball is like 3-inch. Okay, well this is 0. This you could basically say this is basically producing a little bit bigger than golf ball size hail. Ping pong size hail? Something like that. But this thing is producing up to 2-inch size hail. So if you are in a risk at all today, actually I'll show you the risk. It's gonna say pre-stream. Just say pre-stream, but it is not. Here I'll show you the risk quickly. Today, this is our risk today. There's a tornado risk, but you see there's a 5% wind risk and stuff. But hail risk is mainly down here. But still, if you are in like very eastern, like north of Jacksonville, Florida, all the way down to south of Miami, Florida, just barely away from the Keys, and then Elizabeth City, North Carolina, all the way down to just south of Charleston, South Carolina, northwestern parts of southwestern parts of Pittsburgh. I keep forgetting my what. West Virginia's the weird shaped state. I'm losing my consciousness by trying to say beats. things. But basically all of West Virginia, you could basically just leave out the very eastern part of West Virginia and just leave out the tail that it has, and then basically all of West Virginia except the tail part right there. Then going up to southwestern parts of Pittsburgh, and then how do I keep forgetting southeastern parts of Ohio, and then obviously, why am I doing this so much? Here, right there, and definitely in this 10% hatched risk, I would, definitely this 10% hatch risk is 15, 20. Okay, so 15% hatched risk for hail. Definitely get a Cowan, but even in the 15%, really anywhere in those spots that you see on the map, like you see those orange, I don't know if it's orange, but those yellow spots, especially with those lines, take your car in. You could see some pretty big hail in some cases. Like over there's not really a big risk for hail, but you're seeing up to 2-inch size hail, so some pretty big hail. And I don't know why that. Anyways, why is it not doing it? There we go. Yeah, some pretty big hail on, especially on like radar. Like this is up to like 74 dBz. Actually, we can see basically 74 dBz. That's some pretty big hail. Like even if you're out in like the 60 to 68 dBz, still very big hail. So yeah, hail is also a huge thing in all severe weather events. Sometimes even wind is the biggest. Maybe it's that radar site. Okay, now that's a small storm. I'm gonna by the way, I don't know if I said this, but we have a nocturnal threat of tornadoes, so yeah. Nocturnal threat of tornadoes. But I feel like the main threat of nocturnal threat of tornadoes is definitely in Texas. Mostly because it's even warmer down there. And it's long until daylight heating goes away. So I feel like more of the threat of nocturnal tornadoes tonight would be in like Texas, New Mexico. But also there's a chance we could see some nocturnal threat of tornadoes in like West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, maybe Florida, most likely not, but also North Carolina. You guys could see something, but I feel like Texas and New Mexico, mostly New Mexico though, has the best chance of nocturnal threat of tornadoes. This severe storm warning does still go for about 60 more minutes. It is warned for about 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust on this thing. Then we also have this severe thunderstorm warning, mostly in rural areas. Same with this one over here, which is 1 minute till it expires. So 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. But I think that one is just about to expire. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here. Still, this is not really that much of an organized severe storm, but it is one for 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. And then this one these ones over here, this one has a damage like considerable, up to almost 2-inch size hail, golf ball size hail. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Why is it not clicking? Why was that on? Same with this one. Golf ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. That one has expired, so. But I think they will just issue another one for that. I don't know if this is new, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for South Valley. Not in rural areas. We have North Valley. Can I put the Google Translate? How do you pronounce that? I'm not gonna wait 20 years for me to probably pronounce that wrong. But anyone in this yellow polygon, seek shelter. Do not go outside. It is warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and why am I not looking? And 1-inch hail. Basically quarter size hail. You could say quarter size hail if you wanted a size comparison to another object. I'm not pronouncing that. There's no way. The way I'm gonna be able to. No actual way. What is that? Oh, yeah. Always juking myself out. What? I don't know. This severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, which quarter-sized hail is 1 inch hail. For 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, this is mostly in Maine, mostly in rural areas. I can't do no weather today. Okay, I gotta get on track right now. Okay, so the severe thunderstorm warning for 1 inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, mostly in mostly in rural areas. You already messed up. Mainly in rural areas. But if they do win this again, Fort Sumner. Okay. Is probably gonna be in this. Going back down to the south. I gotta stop. You need to leave. This severe thunderstorm warning is warned for a whopping golf ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Also golf ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. This one down to the south both of them are basically in rural areas. I'm making sure my mic quality is not bad. Okay, it's not bad. Both of these are mainly in rural areas, so really anybody in this yellow polygon, take cover. Do not be outside, on the lowest floor of your home or building, and if you have animals, they'll know to get inside. Why is that doing that? That should not be doing that. I'm cringe, and that's sad. I'm gonna turn that around. My mic is not making me have fun right now. Oh, it is so bad. All the clicking and the clacking. Okay. We still have 0 tornado warnings. Yeah, 0 tornado warnings. Do that. I don't know. Do that. should be fully locked in now. No more stuttering. No, that's not gonna be easy. Let me see. Wait, what is this? I don't know. It's not letting me. Yo, there's actually radio sites in Australia. That is crazy. Anyone in Australia, I doubt you're getting anything. I did not know there's radio sites in Australia. Oh. There we go. There we go. The severe weather, severe thunderstorm warning. $50 ping pong ball size hail. I can't remember any size hail. Ping pong ball size hail for in 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. I'll name some of the towns. Dayton, Plumville, Timblin. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Smixbug. You all are under a severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. By the way, guys, we could see up to tennis ball size hail today and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, assumingly. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust most likely. If we get anything higher than that, I'll be surprised. But today is also not a huge day for wind. This is definitely not a huge day for wind. Go to wind. Yeah, nowhere is a huge day for wind. So it's mostly driven by hail and wind, but mostly driven by hail. Everything. I mean, there is a tiny tornado risk. Not really that much of a chance. I mean, I honestly, Florida, I feel like isn't really gonna see anything, but especially in Miami and stuff could see stuff, but just stay weather aware in Florida, because Florida stuff happens that nobody knows that's gonna happen. So, Florida is a very weird state for severe weather. Mostly just hurricanes all the time, but yeah. Go to go. Okay, if I'm not wrong, okay, there we go. Bottom right is the subscriber count. Hoping that is every single one. There we go. Let me check the... Honestly, tomorrow is going to be a lot more of a severe weather risk. Today we do only have like a slight risk of severe weather. Then the marginal risk is all the way up into like Pennsylvania, southeastern Ohio, all of West Virginia, some in North Carolina, South Carolina, kind of Florida. So obviously the best risk is for Texas, but honestly right now I'm not really seeing much out of these storms. Not much at all out of these storms. So, I mean, to me, I haven't actually looked at these yet. I mean, there could be something on this storm. It looks like it is still organizing, so, and these could be long-tracked supercells, so, if these could be long-tracked supercells. This one is rotating a tad bit right there. This one over there actually is rotating a lot more than I thought it would be, and I feel like this should be warned. As long as it's just not this skin, I feel like that should be warned for it. I feel like there should be some kind of warning. There is even a tornado possible label on the severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm gonna make sure it's not a tornado on the ground, because if it is, that's not fun. And it's not warned. Nope. At least nothing that I know. Do I even have a good radar on this? No, they're not. But even from the radar, pretty far away, it's still pretty strong. I mean, it is even rotating on tilt too, so. Yeah. I feel like this should be one for tornado warning. I feel like just anybody in the severe thunderstorm warning right here, anybody in the severe thunderstorm warning, luckily it is mostly in rural areas, but anybody in the severe thunderstorm warning right here, that polygon, I'm actually just gonna, okay, that yellow polygon right here, that may have just been a radar scan, we're hoping. Okay, luckily that was just a radar scan. Okay, because if that kept rotating like that, and it wasn't just that, like that should have been one. But thankfully, it was just that radar scan that was. Well, it was over very quick. Well, but it was very over. It was over really quick. So I keep hitting my microphone. That's not good. No. Okay, that should be good. I should be able to leave my microphone like that. Actually, the rotation is a bit stronger right here. I'm trying to draw. Okay, it's fine. But right here is the tornado. Not the tornado, the rotation. I mean, it is a tad bit. I feel like they at least should, if they're not going to warn it, I feel like they should at least put a tornado possible label on it. And it looks like it could actually be something, and it was not bamboozled like I was with that velocity scan. But it looks like this actually could be rotating, and it's not just velocity scan. Mostly because like you could see how it progressed through the rotation. So I'm pretty sure there is rotation, but the rotation is heading toward Fort Summer, but it's also going just south of Fort Summer right now, and it is going toward Fort Summer, but I feel like it won't really do anything. But still, be weather aware on this, because who knows what could happen on this storm. That storm might be just the most organized. Actually, I'm gonna see over here if that is the case on these storms. I feel like this is because you could see like it was like the storm was super windy. That like it was a huge, maybe I think a microbus. Like it got up to like 70 mile an hour. It may have been a microbus, but look how windy this thing got. Now it switched to that, which makes me believe it wasn't that windy, but they did warn it, so. And check on reflectivity, what the storm is doing. Honestly, I feel like this storm over here is producing probably the most rotation. I haven't checked all of them. But also, like, you look at this hook echo right here. It goes like, something like that. It's a very, very wiggly hook echo. What am I saying? You got like a boost of like 100% tiredness. I need to probably stand up. Stand up real quick. Oh, I can push my chair back. Finally, I got this crap out of the way now. Okay, this is. Now I'm standing up. Now I'm standing. There we go. So I need to move that. I need to put on the leaning tower of everything. Put that like that. Oh crap. Oh, nope. My bad. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, is that good now? It's gonna look a bit different on like every single thing. Just gonna hide this quick. Wait a minute. 1 second. The storm is still, I think, pretty windy. Like you can see, like it's so weird because it went from like that to that to that to that to that to that. But this storm does still have a huge wind threat over here on this severe thunderstorm warning. It's only one for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but times have probably changed. Super weather Wilson. Look at this giant blob of storm. That's what this thing is basically. It's just a giant blob of storm. Lake Summer. No. Okay. So this severe thunderstorm warning is for house. Oh, okay. House. Lake. Lake Sumner. No, Lake Sumner. Lake Sumner. In Fort Sumner. And also House, New Mexico, and Lake Sumner and Fort Sumner, New Mexico, but whatever. If I were you, I would go buy a house at House in New Mexico. Think you'll like it. Bro, what is house? Who comes up with these town names? Like Denver City. Like, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Like, but Seagraves? That is crazy. Okay, well, they did put a tornado possible label on the severe thunderstorm warning and down here. So, that's a thing. Also, I'm going to go take my 60-second break. I will be right back. Chat, leave it on that. There you go. Sorry, that was probably more than 60 seconds, but I had to go do something. Wait, why is it on PDS? I left it there. Okay, anyway, chat, I probably will just end off the live stream. For good reasons, though. Just know that. 1 minute. Gotta do this. And we will keep the live stream going just for a bit further. I'm just gonna end it here probably. most likely. Anyways, guys, that will be it for this live stream. I will probably be live for the whole entire day. Well, at least the whole entire severe weather event tomorrow. I'm actually going to go to this. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. So today was that it really was a big tornado risk, so that's why I'm ending it off. None of these storms probably have the chance, but if there is something, stay weather aware. Have multiple ways to receive alerts, but tomorrow is probably the main time I'm gonna go live because we have an enhanced risk tomorrow. We also have a 15% wind risk and a 30% hail risk, 30% hatched risk for hail. So I will be doing that. Then tornadoes, probably the main reason I'm going live. I mean, I haven't looked at the models yet. The HRRR model has 0 hours. Okay, I'm just gonna log out. I'm gonna go. What was it? Okay. Up, just to make sure it's updated. Just to make sure it's updated. Okay, well that's good because it was not updated. I mean, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna actually get out of the four corners and probably go there. Okay, so here is tomorrow's. Like you can see, like I think this is today's. Like you can see those supercells fire off, and then just like this is like those supercells, like right here. Those already fired off and they produced nothing, and storms just die off. But when you go into Monday, you could see all that. You could see a line of storms forming. You can also see some discrete supercells form down in like Mexico, down right here, and that actually, like that's a discrete supercell. Then most of it should turn into like kind of a line of storms, and then kind of just break apart. And the sphere risk will mostly be kind of hail and some gusty winds. Won't really be that much of a tornado threat, but after all of those storms form. But we are watching for those discrete supercells to fire off because it fires off. It starts to fire off in Mexico and it gets severe and it gets very severe in Texas, and then it kind of dies out in the next few hours. So, and then it mostly should be wind and a little bit of hail. There's really not that much of a tornado risk after all those storms start to fire off. So this is mostly just going to be some scattered thunderstorms on Tuesday. Like all throughout Tuesday, it's mostly going to be some scattered thunderstorms. Actually, I think early Tuesday, or I guess in the late afternoon, kind of Tuesday, line of storms kind of fires off, and I think if we go to that, you can see that line of storm fires off, that H triple R. You can see we do have a slight risk right there. But the line of storms firing off, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, fires off right there. But and then Tuesday, I might be live. I probably will, but I think Tuesday we are watching for some discrete supercells over there. If there is enough discrete supercells, I'm pretty sure they will upgrade it to an enhanced risk. But you could see today some cells firing off, really not much happening. But on Monday, all that starts to fire off. So yeah, really tomorrow and the next day, especially Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, I probably will be live those 2 days. I most likely will be live. No tornado warnings, no nothing right now. So I'll probably just end off the live stream. There's really not much severe weather left. Like there's really zero stuff. What is going on? Not much going on. So I think that will probably be it. I mean, that doesn't work. But you can see that supercell on like the H-triple-R model, if it fired off, then it just dies. And that's probably what these will do. There's a chance that's probably what these will do, and this one. But I'm gonna go there. Like you can see, it changed direction. So if that does go stationary, I will be watching a little bit. But I don't think right now is the time to be live. I doubt I will be really live at all. Well, at least live not that much today. But tomorrow and the next day, I probably will be live. Especially if that line of storm fires off and those supercells start to fire off on Tuesday and Monday, I will be live. But that's really it. There's really no this mesoscale discussion. 5%. They might put a watch on this just because, actually, I'm gonna see. Actually, this, I mean, I can probably see, our storm's gonna keep forming. It looks like they're just mostly dying off, kind of, and these storms are moving. These storms got a huge boost with them. They got a nudger, I think. Yeah, to nudge them. Like that nudged the storm and stuff. And I think that might just become a storm nudger. But still, really not that much. No tornado warnings, but that is a good thing because we do not want any. I mean, I guess there was a lot more severe thunderstorm warnings. There was 11 or 12 most of the time. Now there's 14. I probably will be watching the severe weather tonight, maybe. tomorrow and Tuesday are the two biggest days, and 2 days that I will definitely be live for. So, yeah. Well, yeah. So, anyways, I probably will just end. So anyways, guys, I guess I'll see y'all later. Hope you have a great evening. Tomorrow and probably Monday and Tuesday, I probably will be live. And I'll see y'all later.